And here to explain the basic principles behind the art that is retail theatre, it's curtains up for the Indytute founder, Calypso Rose.
So, has anyone been watching, if you've been watching the television series, Mr. Selfridge, you'll know that the concept of retail theatre has been around for some time. For the first time, everyone was welcome. Shopping became an experience and events were used to entice people into the store. As we know, the store was a huge success, and the ideas that made it a success in 1909 still make it a success today. And I should know. Last Christmas, the Indytute popped up in Selfridges on a small pink glittery table, and customers iced biscuits, played the ukulele, learned to hula hoop, and they even did some swing dancing. A fantastic result all round. The customers enjoyed about 30 minutes, experienced an event that relaxed and amused them. And the store gained a lot. We used the shop floor when it was quiet, and we were in quite a dead space of Selfridges, in between the bedding and the Christmas gifts. I should say a bit about the Indytute and why I started it. Some of you may know me from my previous life as a designer and owner of giftware company Clippy London. I ran Clippy for 9 years, and during that time I visited a lot of shops and got to know a lot of shop owners. Times have been hard for independents, and it was clear there was a boom in online selling and they'd have to work harder to bring the customers in. I've always loved shopping. I'm addicted to a pop-up and love a workshop. There's a huge wealth of creative talent out there who are really keen to come into your shop and share their knowledge. And the Indytute bring the designers and the shops together. So how can retail theatre help you? And how can you introduce retail theatre into your store? Have a think about your shop. Have a think about your customer base, their age. Are they young mothers with children, or a domestic goddess, or a bit more conservative? Would they like a conventional workshop, a talk, a social media surgery, or something, a totally bonkers experience? It's an excellent opportunity to really think about the type of person that enters your store. You may even, with the workshops, you may decide to attract a new demographic to your store. The aim of the game is to turn footfall into sales. This may be by enticing a new customer base into the shop, or by introducing them to a new skill that may require purchasing add-ons. You don't really want to push sales onto the customers, because they've come there to relax, try their hand at a new skill they haven't previously considered. And one of the aspects of the workshops that I really enjoy is you watch the customers really concentrating and learning, and how focused and enthralled they are by the workshops. They also love the idea of having something, here's something I made earlier, so they can take something away, whether it's a meringue you've given them or a piece of sheet music from a harmonica workshop. You've given them an experience, and the result of that experience is a really great feeling of warmth and well-being towards the shop, and a desire to return. The main aim of your workshop is to create conversation, make the shop, your shop, the place they wish to spend their time and their money. Some fantastic examples of retail theatre in action. If you've been to the Anya Hindmarsh store, she's created a workshop in the shop, so you can actually design and see your bag being made. Anthropology, they run really fantastic workshops which are very on brand and use the designers that they bring into the store. And also Sweaty Betty, they've done yoga classes and running classes for ages. They just push the clothes to one side and everyone gets sweaty. You can charge ticket prices for your workshops. Some companies do, some don't. And the ticket price can be anything from sort of £5 to £20 to cover your costs. The benefits of charging a small fee is that people actually turn up. If you don't charge, the likelihood is they get distracted and they don't show. About 50% you'll find don't turn up if you don't charge anything. And you want about 10 to 15 people per workshop, because then they can really learn and get something out of it. As I touched on earlier, workshops provide a fabulous opportunity for promotion. It's really hard to constantly think of new Facebook content that will reach your customers, and what I found from first-hand experience is that customers don't really want to hear about what you have for breakfast or what film you've been to see. They really want to know about your brand and behind the scenes of your brand. They don't really want to know about your personal life. This becomes increasingly hard, especially if you've got a product or a shop that's well established, because there's only so many times you can revisit the same subject. So workshops give a really unique opportunity to generate content. They're also an excellent source for PR, so you can invite local bloggers, journalists, TV and radio, and inviting them to the workshops means that you actually get to know them personally, and you can talk to them about the product in store. Retail theatre also provides an opportunity not only to engage with your customers, but to engage with other shops and businesses in your area. Independent retailing can be lonely, and you find yourself working on your own quite a lot. When I was designing and attending trade shows, this was the best place to be, to actually talk to other people and find that you're all in the same situation, have the same problems. You can really build up a network of friends to share the triumphs and woes of the industry. What I have found, and actually a recurring theme over all these talks, is that it's much more beneficial to be in collaboration with other shop owners than direct competition. Obviously, you don't want to stock identical products, but there's no need for all-out war, which I've heard in great detail about. There's strength in numbers and opportunities to be gained by building a community. If you think of Hay on Wye and the bookshops, this attracts customers from all over the country. And this element of retail theatre works really well in small streets or towns. It does involve an initial determination, but once you get it up and running, your efforts will be repaid. Another really good example was the Edible High Road in Chiswick, and that took place just near Chelsea Flower Show, and 62 shops and local cafes took to the High Road, and we've got Thumbs Up Thursday happening in Kingston, which is being run with all the shops there, which is aimed at children. Customers are encouraged to move from shop to shop, doing different activities, and as they do that activities, they collect stickers. Again, the publicity that this kind of event is really fantastic, local TV and radio. Have a think about what you could do. You could do chocolate and coffee walk, so you can have latte art and get your local chocolatier to provide treats. Collaborating brings rewards, and it's really infectious, and it's exciting and fun, which sometimes you really need in this business. I hope I've given you enough things to think about. It's not really just enough to open your door and expect the punters to arrive. They really do expect more. The day is coming when the shop will be the hub for the social experience. Buy a bag, do a workshop, enjoy a drink, and leave having spent quality time and money. I recommend you start small and work your way up. You just can't be the Olivier Theatre overnight. But given time, you actually really might have thought you've learned more about your business and about your customers. On a final note, I would just like to say a big thank you to Selfridges, where I learned an awful lot, mainly hula hooping while playing the ukulele, and how to fly a very small plastic helicopter through departments at low level. Who said retail was dull? Thank you very much.